Hello and good morning. Happy Thursday. It is 8:19 in the morning on December 19th, 2019. Today is Thursday, and so today I want to talk about the energy of Thursday. And why? Because it's important for what we're going to be doing coming up next. Also, if you haven't already done so, go ahead and check out my YouTube page. It's got the full-length video to this video and other videos in addition to other great content. So go ahead and subscribe now, and also share this video to your friends or anyone else that you think might be interested in this. So let's talk about Thursday and the Jupiter energy. Jupiter is an interesting planet because it represents not just the planet but the energy current, right? The how we interact with life is this energy current that flows through us, around us, and into the universe, into the world, right? Each of the days has a particular energy current, right? Today's energy current is Jupiter, and as I've said before in my previous videos, Jupiter is the systematic law and order of magic and the upper systems. Law enforcement is typically placed under this particular planetary current because they have guidance, rule, and governship over the masses, right? They create the laws, and that is essentially what Jupiter is about. Granted, that is more of a mundane or physical example. The esoteric, spiritual, or nature-oriented example would be the connection of everything around us and how it flows and works harmoniously. Trees growing, water flowing, how we drink water and then it refreshes us and then it allows our cells to be replenished. That is an order of things. As we say, from chaos into order, that is essentially what we're referring to. So Jupiter is the planetary ruler of Sagittarius, and Sagittarius is the archer. Now, to get an example, or to get an understanding of what this energy is, the Sagittarius is the individual or the person who has a skill set, a highly advanced skill set, and the Sagittarius is an archer, and they use a quiver, arrows, and a bow in addition to themselves in order to hit their target, right? So if you step back and look at this energy, it's basically an individual who has a skill set to be able to hit a target with these tools that they have, right? So the Sagittarius or the archer can't just hit the target without the arrow. It needs the bow and it needs the quiver in order to hold or harness more of its bows, more of its arrows, right? So this particular energy is about, imagine the arrows being the various things that you know, or the skill set that you know that you can execute time and time again. Imagine the bow being the instrument that is used in order to gain leverage, in order to fling this arrow from where it currently is in your quiver or in your bow and in your hands to the target, right? And the arrow is the mechanism or the device which actually hits the target. And then you have the target, right? So you have all these moving pieces. You have your bow, your arrow, your quiver, and the target. Sagittarius is about hitting that target because you have become adept at what you do. With that in mind, it is a very, very, very elusive energy, because if you have not based your work, your path work, your work on yourself, on slaying the ego, tapping into the gateway of the moon, learning how to use your energy for moving forward, using meditation and divinity, using the upper systems and laws of order. If you've not done these things prior to the Jupiterian or the Sagittarius energy, you're not adept enough. You will not hit the mark. It's probably because you don't have the best quiver, the best bow, the best arrows, or you yourself are just not adept at hitting the mark. You're not skilled enough. You've not been practicing enough. You've not been hitting the grind enough, right? And that is what this particular energy represents. So with that in mind, it is time to get ready, to ready yourself, right? To get ready for becoming a master, becoming a lord or a lady, becoming an executor of your will, of the things you want and need to do. And why am I hitting on this now? Because as we draw closer to the winter solstice and December, I believe it's December 22nd, 23rd, we're hitting the point where the sun is going to go into that death for those 3 days, right? Where the sun is gone and then it is reborn again in the sign of Virgo, right? And that is the astrological house of servitude, service, dedication, devotion, essentially sacrifice, right? And I remember reading an astrology segment how it was saying for the next 6 months, the energy that you tap into today, the energy that you create and use today over the next 6 months you'll gain momentum with, right? And in 6 months, we're about in June, and that's 2 months to August, which is summer, which is where all things come to fruition. If we learn to live our lives in accordance with nature, with the waxing and the waning and the flow of things, instead of letting our ego say, this is what we want to do, this is what we're afraid of doing, if we flow with life like we are on a boat, flowing down the Nile or flowing down a great river in a vessel, we realize we don't control the current. We may have created the boat or purchased the boat, but we're using it to move down the current or the river of life. And that is really what the Jupiter energy is about. So once again, guys and gals, thank you for watching. You guys are so awesome. I love you guys so much. You can't even imagine. You actually giving me your energy and attention allows me to come up with more content than I could have ever thought I could do. So I love you guys. If you haven't already done so, go ahead and like this video. Also, remember to subscribe to my YouTube channel. That way you get instant notifications of when these videos come out instead of waiting. Once again, this is Ray Eason with the Ancient Tree of Life channel. Thank you for watching and have a great day. Imhotep.